Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Sebastian Petrius and this is Educational Tech. In this show, we're going to talk about a lot of tools you can use as a teacher, and we're going to try to integrate technology into the process of giving amazing lessons. So, let's get started. Hello everyone, again, welcome to Educational Tech. My name is Sebastian. Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, and that is staying organized. Many people have many ways to stay organized. Today we're going to see if we can use technology to better organize our notes and our lesson planning and our goals. And there's many reasons we want to do this, but for me, I find that if I'm not organized, I lose control of the classroom. So this is actually very important for me. Today we're going to be talking about two platforms that I recommend using. The first is going to be Evernote for note-taking and keeping records for students. And the second is going to be Wunderlist. And I think it's actually pronounced Wunderlist is what I heard it was pronounced as. But it's an amazing tool to be able to set goals and actually keep on track to get things done. Okay, so now the first app I really want to talk about is Evernote. I started using this app, I believe, in 2009 or so, and I used it for everything. At the time, I was living out of the country, so it was a very good tool to organize all my thoughts, all my information, and I was working many jobs, and it's just really useful. So then when I became a teacher, I came back to the US, I became a teacher. I thought, how do I actually organize my classrooms? And Evernote just fit perfectly into the position to be able to do that. So I want to read to you very quickly. This is from Teacher Vision, and it's a veteran teacher. They said, this is what they said. Make a file folder for each child for all parent-teacher communication. Then all year you have a concise record of every note you have either written or received from parents. So this veteran teacher has a great idea. I recommend everyone do that so that if you ever have inquiries from parents or you even have to adapt your instruction to personalize things, you have a file for all of your students. This is amazing. However, as you've probably seen in other videos I've had, I recommend that we go paperless. And in order to have these file folders paperless, that's where Evernote comes in. Evernote lets you keep notes on anything you want and set them with keywords or even put them in their own folder. It's a very easy way to organize and search for anything that you need. So I'm going to show you how to get it working. I'm going to show you how I organize things, and I'm going to show you the power of tags. So let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at what Evernote could really do. As you see, I have it open here, and you will have to make your own account, and don't worry, it's free. They do have a paid version, and I did use that in the past when I was a heavier user with pictures, but right now I use the free version and I'm just fine. As you can see here, it just opened up, and this is the last thing I was working on. I teach an engineering survey class, and I was just getting everything ready for the beginning of the year, so I have it right there. But if we look at the little the icons and the panes that we have here, so here we have, you can make a new note. You have your shortcuts, all your notes, your notebooks. I used to organize things a lot in notebooks. Now I actually don't do that so much. I like to use tags and the search function a lot more. You can also share notes with people who have Evernote. Being a free program, it's very easy to get someone else to use Evernote, and it's very easy to share things. Tags are what's very important. I have quite a few tags, some that I use a lot and some that I don't use that many. And of course you have they want you to upgrade and you have to pay. Okay? So let's take a look here. I'm going to create a new note. So whenever I create a new note, it's just like a blank screen. Here I would put like the name of the note. So I'm just going to put like a test note. Okay? And I'm going to put for Educational Tech. Here I can start making my note. I can do a lot of things to this note. I can put a table in there if I want. I can also make a recording. So for example, right now I'm recording a note. I'm going to stop that. That's my recording. So anyone who has this note will have this recording. I can also link it to Google Drive. And right here, it's linked, so everything comes up. And I can put in a link to the Google Drive. And I can attach files. So there's quite a bit of stuff I can do with it. Okay. And of course, we have basic editing where I can change font size, I can underline, I can put bullet points and everything that I need to put. Oh, and one more thing, I believe, and I've done this before, I can make a presentation out of the note, but this is, of course, a premium version. So I can go and make a presentation and select things. Okay, so that's if you do want to get premium, that's actually a really interesting feature that they have. So let me actually minimize this so I can adjust the note. Okay, so here's what I want to look at. This is what's so powerful about Evernote. This section right here is a tag. Actually, let me make it maximized again. Okay, if I click on the tag, I can put in, for example, I can put in test. That's one tag. Another one would be educational tech. That's another tag. And the notes save automatically. Like many online platforms, they save automatically. Okay. Now, let me go back here. There we go. That's what I wanted. So if I go here to all notes, then that new one that I made is right at the top. But if I want to search for it, I can search for anything in the note or one of my tags. So if I search for test, everything with test comes up. And I can do a tag only. So only the tags come up. And now let me do educational. And it even gives me the suggestion, educational tech, and that comes up. Over this last summer, I was doing training to become a driver ed teacher. So I have a lot of driver ed. I have 5 notes for driver ed. And the notes have things like this, as you can see, from driver ed. I put in videos and pictures. And this is me sitting there being a little bored, to be honest. But it's a lot of stuff for driver's ed. So I have a lot of days worth of driver's ed in here. I find this very helpful. And for classes, it's extremely helpful. So imagine if you just write a note for each class at the end of class. As a base of recording what happened during the day, it will really help you get into the habit of seeing what's going on and adjusting your style of teaching. So I highly recommend that you give this a chance. If not Evernote, there are other platforms you can use. I believe OneNote is a pretty good platform. I don't, however, recommend Apple Notes. Let me see if I can open that up real quick. And not that it's bad, because I did give it a try. Because I thought, well, maybe I can do something with it. But this is the only reason I don't really recommend it. It's a good program by itself, but I find that it doesn't connect very well unless you have everything in iOS, meaning that you use iCloud a lot and everything's connected. But for Evernote, it's connected and compatible with everything. So I highly recommend it. The second program that I'm going to recommend for you today is Wunderlist. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, then somebody leave a message in the comment and let me know how it's really pronounced. But anyways, Wunderlist is very good at setting your goals. It's basically a task manager where you can set what you want to do, and it's like a checklist, and it's an organizational checklist. So I'm going to be showing you how to basically put in new goals. And again, this is also a free program that you can use. Let's take a look at how Wunderlist looks. And again, if I'm mispronouncing it, please correct me. So I really like the layout of this, and I chose my background. I like the chalkboard look. You can change it to whatever you want. But what's really nice about this is on the left here, you have an inbox of things to do. And here you can add whatever you want and the date. And you have things you want to accomplish today and within 1 week. And then you have different categories. This is where I think it's very powerful. So like I have a lot of things I want to do. If I want to look at what I want to accomplish at school, I put it in my school area. And for my education, I have a to-do list, and I have things that are completed. Okay. For school, I have quite a few more. And let me show you how this works real quick. If I go to my inbox, I can just start typing. For example, let's say I want to walk my dog. My dog's name is Rennie, by the way. Okay. And if I press enter, it just sits in my inbox. But now, if I go to it, I can actually set a lot of things to it. So I can set a due date. So if I set the date as today, okay, so that's due today. So now if I go to today, it's there. This is past due, of course, by a lot. I'm actually having a lot of trouble finding a bathroom mirror, but that's not part of this video. Okay, so let me go back to it now, and I can actually add subtasks. Even though my example now is not realistic, but if you were to have a big thing that you wanted to accomplish, you can do many subtasks with different checklists. But just for my example, I'm going to put the steps I take to walk my dog. So, for example, get leash, okay, call dog, get treats, walk dog. I would not actually put this in for something as simple as walking my dog. I would put in walk my dog if it was a very busy time and it's just something that I need a checklist to be able to get stuff done. So I do that, but of course I wouldn't do this. But let's say, for example, you were starting a new construction program. If you're starting a new construction program, then your main check will be start construction program. Then you would think about all the little things that you need to do in order to get it up and running. For example, develop curriculum, purchase supplies, make sure you have tools or repair tools. So you'd have all these checklists in order to get the program running. So this is very powerful because it's compatible with everything. So I have a Wunderlist on my iPad. I have it on my phone. I have it on my computer, and it's online. So anywhere you are, you can take this. And as a teacher, I find it very important to be goal-oriented. And when I'm starting a new project, sometimes I could get lost in how big a project can be. And this really helps break it down and get stuff done. After hearing about these two apps, I really hope you give them a try. As a teacher, I know how important it is to stay focused and organized. And in my professional practice here, I find that it helps me immensely to use both of these applications, and I hope it can help you too. So everyone, thanks for watching Educational Tech. See you next time.